Executive Secretary of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, Sarpong, has been fired by the President. He has been asked to hand over to one Mamadou Ofori in a letter signed by the President's Executive Secretary, Nana Asante Bediatuo. Mr. Sarpong, who was appointed in 2012, has recently been entangled in a lot of controversy over alleged corruption allegations. Maxwell Agbagba visited the PURC head office in Accra this morning with the staff in a jubilant mood.
In the conference room, over the dismissal of the Executive Secretary, Sarpong. They are all gathered here wearing white clothes, all in a jubilatory mood. Let's find out from some of them why they are so excited. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Pamela Brown, Union Secretary.
What is calling for this jubilation?
In fact, I don't know what to say, but for some time now, we've been fighting to get a good Executive Secretary. In short, we have one. We are so excited because for some few weeks, we've been so down. We are so excited. We don't know what to tell God. We are so happy.
Executive Secretary of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, Mr. Sarpong, just walked in some minutes ago, but he would not talk to us. In fact, we drew his attention to the fact that we were around and wanted to get his response to the letter that was released by the presidency yesterday. But he appeared very furious and angry at the time that we called him and then mentioned his name. He just walked in, passed by us quickly into his office. We saw about 3 men following him with his bag. Quickly he entered his office.
Yeah, it came to me as a surprise.
Yes. What's the surprise? You've been calling for this for a very long time.
Because we started this for quite some time now, and we were not hearing anything from the appointing authorities. So yesterday when we heard that the ultimate has happened, I was surprised, but I was quite relieved then.
Yeah, same feeling like my colleague is saying. We got frustrated at a point because we started this battle in January, if I'm right. We kept writing to the office of the president, making appeals. Occasionally we got some few feedbacks that it would be well. At a point we gave up until yesterday, God finally spoke.
So let me find out from you, what really, contributed to your persistent calls, for the termination of the appointment of Mr. Sarpong. I mean, we know about some issues of financial misappropriations from you, allegations of financial misappropriations. In fact, JoyNews investigative piece also uncovered some sort of financial misappropriations here at the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission.
Quite apart from the investigative piece your station, Joy FM, did, the government style of the Executive Secretary was what the staff of the Commission never liked. That was why we protested. Yes. You know, there are different style of management. He is the authoritarian type of management. He wouldn't like to sit with staff to discuss issues. He would like to put his authority on whatever decision that he would like to take. When he says you should do this, he wants it to be done. That was why staff were protesting against.
How about the board? He talks about the leadership style of Mr. Sarpong. He also wants the board to go. Why do you want the board also to go?
Yeah, we had instances where decisions from the board were not to the interest of staff.
Can you give me some examples?
Directly, I wouldn't, some policies came up. They were not even written policies, but issues against women in the commission, where women were not even expected to get pregnant in the commission.
How so?
Yeah, when they do, that affects their promotion.
How so?
Yeah, because it is believed that you have to work without going on maternity. So this was a case most women in the commission were afraid at a point to get pregnant. Because when women get pregnant, they are accosted directly and asked why they are getting pregnant.
Accosted by the board or by the Executive Secretary?
You see, the management, or no, I wouldn't say management, the Executive Secretary then, together with the Director PR who left, were drawing that power that they had at the time from the board. And it was specifically the director for the public relations who was accosting women who were getting pregnant in the commission.
Now let me have your take on the one who's going to take over from Mr. Samuel Sarpong, Mami Ofori. Information out there, we don't have much information about her. You've been working with her for some time now. We hear she's the longest serving PURC director. Yeah. Maybe you want to tell us more about her and how you hope to, work with her to, for the good of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission.
Yeah, like you rightly said, she's the longest serving director here. She was in charge of our regional operations until she also fell victim to the policies from the chief executive. She was moved unceremoniously, unconstitutionally to a ministry. Normally, that is not the process in PURC, where we move people to other ministries, because we are supposed to be autonomous and independent. But strangely, he succeeded in moving Mami Dufie to the ministry. I think she was there for 2 years or more. Luckily, she came back, and now she has been made the executive secretary. We are very hopeful that she's actually going to correct the wrongs that we spoke about. She knows all our issues here. She's an insider, and we know things will go well with her.
That is the PURC in Accra. The situation was no different in the Ashanti region office, where my colleague Erastus Asaridonko visited earlier this morning.
I'm white because we are in a jubilant mood. We submitted a petition to government to give us a new executive secretary. We thank the government for being a listening government. He has done what we wanted, and then we thank him.
So you're happy with what has happened?
Very, very much happy.
How much happy?
So much that I'm white today.
How different? What is going to add up to your work with this decision?
Now we are going to have effective monitoring. We are going to go out there to educate the public. There is going to be unity. There is going to be staff morale. Everything is on point now, so there's a joy for coming to work, and that joy is going to reflect in how we relate to our customers and make sure that we serve our customers well.
As you can see, we are very, very happy.
What are your expectations of a new boss?
Yes, of course. Basically, we are here to work, and that's and nothing more. And we want to work more than we used to do. We want to reach out to the customers. We want to resolve cases in the power sector and the water sector as well. We want to go out there. We want the consumers to see that we are with them and we are for them. The utilities must also feel same. Everybody must put his or her hand on deck and work. That's it. We want to work. That's it.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. And the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever.
They might need some help from the multimedia choir on that. We'll see how we can help them. Well, that's what happened in Kumasi. But earlier on the AM show today, minority spokesperson on Mines and Energy, Adams Motawakilu, condemned the manner in which the former executive secretary was sacked.
When you look at appointments, there are two classes of appointments that the present government president appointees. There are some the president appoints and cannot disappoint. The president appoints immediately after appointment. The president cannot just leave the next day, feel that I don't like the face of that man, and therefore let me disappoint. And some of them are the governor of Bank of Ghana.
An example?
Yes. 2, electoral commissioner, the EC boss. Even though the president appoints them, but the president cannot just get up the next day and say, EC boss, you are gone. There must be certain processes.
And the PRC is not in that category.
I'm explaining something. There are some, the president can just get up, I don't like your face, even if he is the one who has appointed you today, and tomorrow feels that I don't like your face, go.
A fact.
That is a fact.
So you agree?
Now, 2.
Deputy Governor.
I will prove to you. 2. Those government, the president can wake up today, tomorrow, and dismiss. We say that at least, for courtesy's sake, You don't give somebody a letter today. By 5 o'clock, you have to hand over. But I'm coming. Why? When President Mills came to office, all the DCs were asked to stay as he appoints. They take their time, prepare, hand over.
Was that the case?
Yes.
Was that with the reality?
Yes.
Because I know there was.
I know my DC. It was somewhere February, March. I'm okay.
Before you came in.
The president, yes, the president.
Before you came in as
and now we are in September.
I'm coming. No. When the
9 months.
When President Mills, I'm setting an example. I'm shaving you and you are touching your head. Wait. When President Mills came, the NPP DCs were allowed to stay for
how long?
Because they need
for how long?
They didn't need.
Please tell us.
For how long? What happened in January?
For how long?
The very day the president was sworn in, the next day, amendment was brought in, all DCs dismissed. All DCs.
Well, that's a Akufo-Addo style.
I believe. That is why I say the style.
Roland.
Now, the CEO of Cocoa Board was given a letter and to hand over within
Dr.
hours.
Okuni.